How you guys doing today? It's Anthony Gangi. Welcome to another episode of Chair Talk. Guys, this topic is something that's near and dear to my heart. It's about creating a legacy. You're in a corrections profession. There's these chance to touch so many different lives. And in the end, you're going to have a story to tell. And I believe who you tell that story to matters. Who you share your experiences with matter. And in the end, we don't want people just leaving this profession and taking those core values with them. We want to do what we can to make sure that before we leave this profession, we pass that off to the next group of people that will now take over once we're gone. And I want to tell you what I'm doing right now to try to help us spread our personal legacies. Real quick dialogue. Hey guys, just real quick, the show is sponsored by 3 entities. We have American Military University. If you I always put the small one up. Hold on, guys. American Military University. If you're looking to get your degree, seek higher education, please check out American Military University. Very supportive of what we do in corrections. Very supportive of what we do here on Tier Talk. And we also have Guardian RFID. From inmate tracking and cell checks to cloud-based business and artificial intelligence, Guardian RFID digitally transforms jails, prisons, and juvenile detention facilities of every size. Visit guardianrfid.com for more information. Guys, if you get a chance, check out their YouTube channel. We post up content there. Me, Russ, William Young, a bunch of us guys, Steve Menard, Greg Piper, material content that really helps you get moving in this profession. And guys, Inmate Manipulation Decoded is also available. It's on the market. It's on Amazon, running 2 years straight now and do very well. I just found out that my course is being certified in Montana. That's what I'm hearing. That's pretty cool. You know, I was able to send some books out to the officers out there. So thank you again for trusting in my material and then sharing it. That's the key. Now, guys, as you may know, I've been working on another book, and that deals with our legacy being told. This is now the cover of that book. It's called My Journey from Officer to Administration, Lessons I Learned While Working in a Prison. Now, guys, be mindful. When I wrote this book is going to be a series of passages, tips that will help guide you through this profession. I'm working with a great editor named David Schilling, who is a big fan of what we do, very supportive of the profession. He himself has been in the profession, and we are moving along in the editing process. So I'm assuming that this book's going to be out shortly. We are editing a lot a day, you know, reading each passage like 4 or 5 times to make sure it's perfect. Hopefully it is. I'm also going to send it out one more time to have it for one final review. But this guy, David Schilling, is amazing. Shout out to David Schilling. He's helping us get a good message out there. Not only does he believe in the content that we share here, he also believes in the message that's in the book. I'm going to have an introduction from a commissioner. I got endorsements from the former director of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, just a bunch of people from the corrections professions, from frontline to higher level management, executive staff. So anyway, guys, the reason why I'm having this topic is this book does relate to legacy, and I want to explain something. Each of the passages that I wrote in the book is going to be supported by a quote that was given to me from someone in the profession. Now, there should be around 150 something passages that are going to be divided into about 4 parts. One is going to be for the new boots when you're coming in. This is the things that you should know. Second part will be for the senior officers or the senior staff. Even though I write from an officer's perspective, I promise you the stuff could be applied into all areas of corrections, possibly in all professions as well. The next part's going to touch into your first time crossing into a supervisory position. And the last part's going to deal with just correctional management and that higher level of thinking. That's the way we're going with it. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to kind of finalize out. And again, each passage I have is going to be connected to a quote from someone in the profession that adds to the value of the passage that I have put in. Now, the cool thing about this, guys, I'm going to tell you where the idea of this book came from, because this really deals with the legacy. Is I've been in this profession for 20 years, and I started as an officer, worked my way up through custody. You know, I read tons of books on leadership and teamwork, and I've done over 1,200 episodes almost of Tier Talk YouTube channel. So there's a lot of knowledge that I have sitting up here. And part of my legacy is not just a YouTube channel, but it's telling stories, which could really be best applied when writing a book. Again, this being my second book, Inmate Manipulation Coded, is based on some experience that I feel can help the profession. And sometimes that's the best way to reach people that you'll never meet. And I'm thinking, like, not everybody's going to have the opportunity to write a book and share their story, share their legacy. So how do we get their voice out there? So again, when I started writing this book, going to the people in the profession and getting that quote was one thing, but I just felt like it wasn't enough. I felt like I could do more. I actually had a dream. Now, again, I'm in administration, and in my dream, I'm sitting behind my desk, and I see my rookie self right across from me in my office. And I have this journal in my hand, and I just passed the journal over to my rookie self. So here I am at the pinnacle of my career, and right in front of me is myself at the beginning of my career. And when I passed him the journal, the journal, it's a collection of my tips, my stories, my lessons. So here I am on the way out of this profession. And now what I'm doing is I'm giving you everything I've learned. The lessons I have learned, trials, errors, failures, and successes, the stuff that I was intentional in learning. So that's hard work behind that. However quick these passages may be when you read them, it was intentional to discover these areas that I wanted to cover, and then obviously remember them to write them in the book. Now, guys, here's the cool thing about this book, though. After each passage, there's going to be a blank page that's going to kind of ask the question, where can you add value to this passage? And that's where you come in. And when you buy the book, it's going to be a hardcover book, so you're going to have a lot of use of it. You're going to write what you feel you can add, your notes. You're going to complement the material that's already there. And there's a blank page next to each passage. And then when you get ready to leave the profession, you hand that book over to someone that you feel has the most value. Because this is your investment of time. This is your chance to create that legacy, create that impact. This is your chance to be a mentor. Mentor, we look for potential. And giving up that book is not going to be the easiest thing to do, but it's going to have the greatest impact. So again, you're going to complement it with your thoughts, your experiences. And then one day what you're going to do when you're getting ready to leave is you're going to pass that book off to that one person that you feel has the chance to make that greatest impact in this profession. And I think it's a great way, one, to give back to the profession, which a lot of us do, but two, is to share your story and to help someone at the beginning of their career navigate themselves through this very unique profession. So here it is. I wrote the lessons I've learned, but that's only a piece of the book. The rest of it is going to be the lessons that you've learned that complement the material that's there. And trust me, guys, we cover a lot in that book. There's a lot, 150 passages. You're looking at a book that's probably around 70 to 80,000 words. And it's, again, going to be hardcover. So you can, utilize it more, open it and close it a little bit, because I expect this book to be getting a lot of usage. So I don't want to make it soft cover. And as I said, the book will be coming out shortly. I'm excited for this one more than you'll ever know, because this is going to be my journey, my impact. And now I'm handing it off to anybody who wants it. And the good thing about me is having this venue is the people that purchase it are people that are seeking that knowledge. So think about working in corrections and being given this book at the beginning of your career. Where can this book take you? This is knowledge, guys, that we did not have. And by the way, guys, this knowledge from this book is knowledge that has been accumulated by me just having an open mind and wanting to learn from every interaction I had or every experience I faced. And now it's in a book. And now here it is being passed to you. and then you guys complete the book, and then you pass it off to someone else. You pay it forward. It's a legacy. And I think this is a great way when I leave the profession to try to make sure that whatever I've learned, the core values, I can somehow still keep where they need to be, which is back in that profession. And I think a lot of us should do that, guys. A lot of us, we need to still have that impact long after we're gone, because this profession is changing. And a lot of it's breaking away from the good old core values that held us together, held us as a family. So this is a great way that even if you're leaving the profession, you leave your footprint, that imprint behind. But you make sure, because guys, this is work. When you fill out that book, guys, it's a lot of work. This book took me months to write. So when you give it to somebody, you don't just give it to anybody. You give it to the person that you feel wants it and the person that also can grow from it. So two things: the person who wants it and also has the greatest potential. It's how we live on. And I think that this is going to be something that's going to be so rewarding, not just for me, but for the profession, but also for the people who get the book, commit to what the task is. This is a very significant task. So buy the book with the effort, not just to read it, but to put back. Because everything in that book is discussion worthy. And then I would love if people could take pictures or whatever it is, of exchanges of when they finally give that book over to someone else. Hey, Gangi, I just retired and this rookie class came in and I gave it over to one of the rookies, or I gave it to the training officer who just started training. So maybe he can go ahead and impact more people. Be strategic when you go to give it off too. If you know someone's in training, give it to them, as long as you can trust that they'll carry the message and that they want to carry the message. But think about that, guys. I think it's a powerful thing that we can do, but it's intentional. So I'm going to give us a bit of a platform, a bit of the momentum. And all you got to do is keep it moving. And this is the cover again. My journey from officer administration, lessons I learned while working in a prison. And I'm going to put a blank page after each passage. And all you have to do is write your thoughts. And then in the end, the hardest thing is finding someone to give it to. And this way we live on. We live on. And I think that will add value to the years that we put in this profession. Because in the end, it's hard to do this profession and then just leave. Because all that knowledge stays there. And you're going to wonder, what do I do with all this? This is what you do with it. You put it down, and then you share it with someone else who can find value in it and hopefully apply it. As always, guys, the show is Tear Talk. If you haven't, please subscribe, interact, engage, comment, hit that bell. Bell's going to notify you every time I post a video. Stay safe.